What is a thigh gap? If you've ever stood in front of a mirror, feet together, and wondered about the space between your thighs, you're not alone. The concept of a thigh gap has been a topic of discussion for many, especially in the context of body image and beauty standards. So, what exactly is a thigh gap? It's the space between the inner thighs when you're standing up straight with your feet pressed together. This gap is essentially the area where your inner thighs don't touch each other. But here's the important part. Not everyone is supposed to have a thigh gap. It largely depends on your bone structure, which is determined by genetics. The width of your hips and the position of your pelvis play a significant role. People with wider hips tend to have natural thigh gaps because their thigh bones sit further apart. On the other hand, those with narrower hip bones are less likely to have this gap. The idea of a thigh gap gained significant attention around 2012, particularly after the Victoria's Secret fashion show, where models with noticeable thigh gaps were featured. This led to a surge in thinspiration blogs and social media posts, often promoting unrealistic beauty standards. It's crucial to understand that having a thigh gap has no bearing on your internal health. It's not a measure of physical fitness or body weight. In fact, the pursuit of a thigh gap through extreme dieting or surgery can be very risky and lead to serious health issues, including moodiness, anxiety, depression, and even eating disorders. Some people might try various exercises to achieve a thigh gap, but targeted fat loss in this area is generally ineffective. Leg-intensive cardio and resistance exercises can help strengthen the inner thigh muscles, but they won't guarantee a thigh gap, especially if it's not naturally part of your body shape. The key takeaway is that every body is unique, and the presence or absence of a thigh gap is just one aspect of that uniqueness. It's important to focus on health and well-being rather than striving for an unattainable beauty ideal. So, the next time you stand in front of that mirror, remember that your body is perfect, just the way it is.